All right, let's get started.
The world is in a housing crisis, and 1.6 billion people are expected to be affected by the global housing shortage by 2025. The USA alone faces a shortage of 4 million houses. That is a $1.6 trillion untapped market. The traditional method of building is slow, and a huge shortage of skilled labor intensifies the problem. After more than 5 years and millions of dollars invested in research and development, Camhirst robots have developed the best 3 DCP printing robots in the world. Our robots can build a small house within 48 to 72 hours, offering the ultimate solution to the global housing shortage. By using 3 DCP and other technologies, we can build more houses up to 20 to 30 times faster. For example, our robot has the capability to construct the walls of a 250 square meter house within 48 to 72 hours. We can provide more affordable homes by building cheaper houses, requiring fewer workers, eliminating the need for concrete forms, and using basalt instead of steel, along with faster hardening cement. Construction companies can save up to 35% on costs. Our methods are greener and more eco-friendly. Construction companies can build more sustainable and eco-friendly houses by using geopolymer and basalt instead of traditional materials. If geopolymer or basalt is not available locally, companies can also use a special formula of Portland cement and normal steel. Geopolymer cement is 80–95% more eco-friendly to produce than Portland cement. We do not use steel-supported walls or other forms, resulting in minimal waste and eliminating the need for heavy machinery to lift form work. Build more houses, make more profit, and solve the housing shortage in your city with Camhirst robots. Full training is provided for 3 people when someone purchases a 3 DCP robot from Camhirst Robots Limited. For more information, contact the person who shared this video with you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I would like to, if you have the ability, give us a little feedback. What do you think about that video? Like I said, brand new. I thought it was really, really done well. Great information. It gave us what we needed. I think that just with that video alone, we could basically say, hey, great job. Let's move on. Q&A, boom, and we're good to go. But we're not going to do that. We're going to give you an opportunity to hear a little bit more about the background of the company. And we're going to talk a little bit more about what's in it for you, what's in it for me, what's in it for us, and how we can impact the whole world. So I want to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to get into this particular program. I'm going to take myself off so that you can actually see the full picture. So we're going to talk about Camhirst robots, the ultimate solution to the global housing crisis. We know that there is a major problem when it comes to what's going on around the globe, right? Based on the research that Camhirst has done and a lot of the community partners, we know that America has less housing for sale or rent than any time in the past 30 years. Like, that is incredible. The USA alone is short 4 million affordable houses. This is a $1.6 trillion untapped market for those that have the right tools, have the right vision, have the right mission, and absolutely with the right technology, we can definitely change the game. Some of the statistics that we want to make sure that you understand the level of impact, understand why this industry, why is Camhirst Robot so passionate about this particular project. The World Bank has announced that the global housing crisis could impact 1.6 billion people by 2025. As you know, we're almost halfway through 2024. So that's only about 6 months away, and we're talking a massive number of people that could be without housing or not able to afford houses, right? The UN Habitat says that the world needs to build 96,000 new affordable homes every single day in order to house the estimated 3 billion people who will need access to adequate housing by 2030. Research by the financial services giant JP Morgan has revealed that housing prices globally have risen at the fastest rate in 40 years as demand has outstripped the supply. And according to Straits Research, the global 3D printing construction market size was worth $1 billion in 2021 and it's expected to go in excess of 585 billion by the year 2030. In a very short period of time, we're looking at a massive, massive opportunity for those that get in position today. But we're looking at this saying, wow, that's high impact, right? Well, let me give you something a little more personal. You may be asking the question, why is this even here? Well, I thought about, where should I put this? Should I even talk about it? And years ago, if you can look down at the bottom left, 6 years ago, I was putting together a speech for TEDx San Diego. And there's two different divisions. There's a pre-setup, and then there's the actual TEDx, right? I was in the pre-setup, and my history gave me insight to a homeless crisis right here in San Diego, but across the US. And I never really talked about this after I did this speech. But in this speech 6 years ago, I had did research on how to solve the homeless crisis. And as a military veteran, I had a very, very big problem with the number of homeless veterans, military veterans in the US alone. And I thought that was amazingly surprising, that in the richest country in the world, so to speak, how could you have people that go out and defend your country homeless, right? So 6 years ago, I was looking for a solution to the homeless crisis in the US. Who would have known 6 years later, the digital solution based on blockchain technology 6 years ago that I was talking about would connect me with Camhirst robots 6 years later? This is high impact. This is why this connection, this is why this mission, the vision that Camhirst has, resonates with me personally so much. And I just wanted to express that with you guys, because I never talk about that. But I think it's important for those that just don't know. I don't just do this. I do this because I'm passionate about solving a major crisis. I've been there. I totally get it, right? And I really would love to build an army of compassionate people that see this vision as well. We can solve this problem. So why is there a housing crisis across the globe in the first place? One, shortage of skilled labor. Two, it takes too long to build a house these days. A lot of people in different countries have talked about this. While I listen to the presentations from the other leaders, I hear that in the UK, in other countries, and in the US, we know firsthand. I've seen documentaries, I've talked to people that save money for 5, 10, 20 years so they can afford a down payment on a house. And by the time they save up their money, they still cannot purchase that dream home, that house, just a place to stay that they wanted to and they planned for. We know this is a serious problem, and we're here to help solve it. After 6 years and millions of dollars in research and development, Camhirst has developed the world's best 3D CP robot. The company aims to become the world leader in 3D concrete printing. Camhirst 3D CP robot can 3D print a small home, right? The walls, the frame of the home, in 48 to 72 hours. That right there is phenomenal, and that can help a lot of people. We can build homes faster, cheaper, safer, better insulated, more eco-friendly, and with less waste. Why wouldn't someone want to be part of this solution? How are we going to do these things? One, because we're focused on being a eco-friendly, a greener version of the construction industry. We're going to reduce the greenhouse gases based on the type of materials used in the cement so that we don't cause or add to the problem that's already there. We know that climate change is real. We know that we can create a sustainable construction environment, right? So when you look at this, this right here, a lot of people, I didn't know this until I became part of this organization. So this may be something new, but when you see the impact, you know that this is definitely the right thing that you want to do. So the cement factories produce approximately 3 billion tons of conventional cement every year, called Portland cement. The production process creates 2.8 billion tons of CO2 every single year. And that's about 5 to 7% of all global greenhouse gases. This is not the good CO2 that we breathe out. This is the CO2 that is killing the ozone layer, right? And it's causing those ultraviolet rays, and it's causing the global warming, all these things that's happening in the world. Camhirst robots can print with Portland cement and steel, but Camhirst prefers to use geopolymer cement instead of Portland cement, with basalt instead of steel, right? So when you listen to Ed Rowland, the chief technology officer for Camhirst 3DCP robots, then you really get a better understanding of why that's so important. When Adam, the CEO, talks about it, you get a better understanding of why that's so important. If you're not in construction, if you've never really dealt with cement and the making of cement, it really is not high impact to you. But when you listen to people that are professionals in this area, it really makes sense that this is absolutely a more eco-friendly, and why wouldn't we want to provide this type of solution with the bigger solution of making sure people have homes to live in. Geopolymer cement is considerably better than Portland cement, and it also 80 to 95% more eco-friendly to produce. So Camhirst has production rights to the geopolymer globally. Now, with that being said, the Camhirst CEO has signed an MOU protocol agreement with the cluster of the African Union. What does that mean? That means that he has relationships that has opened doors, and that's the whole purpose of being a person that has a vision and you have a mission, and now you have the relationships to see that mission and that vision come to fruition for ambassadors all over the globe. And we, under a decentralized organization, we are part of that solution as well. And we all benefit collectively when we contribute to helping further the mission of, solving the homeless and the housing crisis. Yes, the CEO started in Africa because that's where his relationships, started. They had an office in Dubai, was able to meet with various leaders, presidents, ministers, and that opened up doors to some of the amazing things that have already happened. These are confirmed orders and orders in the pipeline. Various countries like Burkina Faso, Republic of Ghana, Central African Republic, Senegal, West Africa, Nigeria, the list goes on. And then you see that there are confirmed orders in non-African countries as well. So it's not just limited because our CEO has a strategic background, has the connection with multi-million-dollar companies that he's helped to grow in the past, because he has that level of experience. He has the knowledge and he has built these relationships. It doesn't limit himself to one or the other. He can go anywhere around the globe. And when you're talking to people about something as powerful as bringing technology to disrupt the construction industry that has never happened before, people listen because they see solutions, right? So this is so powerful to see that 10,000 houses in Republic of Burkina Faso is on the table. 600,000 affordable homes in Republic of Ghana already on the table. These are actual confirmed purchase orders. These purchase orders. The company has over 1,000 purchase orders ready to be delivered on. How many times have you wanted to join an organization or be an investor in a company that already has people wanting to buy the products before you even become part of the organization? How powerful is that, right? Orders in the pipeline, Central African Republic. Guess what? We can go ahead and take that one and move it up to the confirmed side. Why? Because there are purchase orders that's coming from something that just closed recently. So let's talk about that here in a second. And these 10,000 in West Africa, 30,000 plus 3.2 million school rooms as well, and all of the robot orders that you see there. So it's not limited to just building homes. It's not limited to just building tall buildings. We can build schools. You can build orphanages, create academies, technical, operations as well. You can do an actual aircraft hangar if you so desire. Whatever can be drawn with the CAD program can be built with the robot. So this happened later part of 2023. Based on those relationships, the CEO of Camhirst signed MOU in Nigeria for 1 million social houses. Yes, this happened. Nigerian TV, you had articles, press releases, everything. The proof is there. Nobody has to even make it up. If you want to engage with the CEO, if you want to see proof of the purchase orders, all that is available. We don't have the transparency is there. We want to make sure that people are comfortable with their decisions. We want them to know that Camhirst is the real deal, right? We know what's going on out there in the world. People want to find something that they can latch on to, they can believe in. Well, guess what? This is your last stop because Camhirst is doing what it said it would do. Now, with that being said, Nigeria, yes, took it to another level. There's talks in Kenya that's looking at doing double what he did in Nigeria. But over here in the Central African Republic, the Camhirst CEO signs a memorandum of understanding with the housing minister in Central African Republic, right? Signing documents, not chit-chatting, not just visiting, having dinner, not talking about what may happen, signing documents saying, look, you do this, we do this. It's just a matter of execution at this point. So if you really want to be in the right place at the right time, well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time with the right organization. And we do have videos where it shows the CEO on the Central African Republic television being interviewed. There's translations. This is the real deal. All right. And so all that's available. We can connect with the leaders, making sure that they have that information to provide to those that are inquisitive with that. Now, we don't only build homes. Let's say there's an organization or there's a location, there's a landowner that says, look, I have some very valuable resources. I just can't get it out of the ground. One might be because of cost, maybe or resources or whatever it may be. There may be something in the ground as well. So when the CEO goes into these countries and has these conversations with the governments, he's not only talking to the housing minister, he's also talking to the mining minister. So now the mining minister is thinking, wait a minute. So we do have land. We do know that we have these things, but other companies may have come in and just ripped them off and didn't do anything for the community. Well, Camhirst has a strategic partnership with a technology partner that gives them access to proprietary scanning technology that can scan the ground resources up to 100,000 feet deep and generate hundreds of millions of dollars for the landowners and the governments, and do JVs with Camhirst robots in order to build sustainability for that economy and develop that economy in a joint venture status. That is powerful. Like I said, Camhirst is here to change the narrative of what it means to develop a country, an economy, governments, land, anywhere across the globe. Very, very powerful here. And he has done that with a couple of countries. And like I said, I just got a message this morning that he had been in talks in Kenya with one of our leaders and meeting with Ministry of Mining there as well. So this is something that is happening. There is so much value in this as well. And we know that Africa is rich with so many resources that can be used to raise the economy to the level it should be in this day and time. This is the CEO right here on the left side, Mr. Adam Ahmed. He's at the head office there in the UK, Ashton-under-Lyne, which is near Manchester. A lot of people may know of Manchester because of Manchester United. You may be following football, but we know Manchester as the place closest to Ashton-under-Lyne, where the headquarters of the Camhirst ecosystem or Camhirst 3DCP is located. On Sundays, I know that they have live events, as you can tell, packed room, standing room only. And then the ones that want to sit around the table and meet with the CEO, get a little more deep, guess what? He affords them that opportunity as well. One of our top leaders there, Mr. Ali, if you see him there on the right-hand side with the nice blue suit, he opened up another office in Bradford, UK. And so that just tells you the belief level from some of the community partners is way up there, where he literally took the opportunity to open up a new office so that he can bring in more members and help build this incredible ecosystem. In addition to the talks in the office, you do get the opportunity, if you're in that area, Staley Bridge, you can go to the manufacturing and logistics plant right there in Greater Manchester for Camhirst, and you can meet with Ed Rowland and his team, some experts that they have there as well, cement experts, logistics experts, just a great group of guys that have really helped to move the needle on the cement and getting those the actual printing done, because there's formulas with that cement. It's got to be right. You don't want to build a house and the cement doesn't work. And so they're taking their time. They're making sure that that cement is got the right blend. It can do it in the different climates. So we're very close to getting bigger structures built and bringing in high level people, investors, billionaires, so that they can see the robot working. So right here at the bottom left, you see that there are a couple of structures there. So this is the new proprietary CAM 300 robot. There's I would call version 1, and this is that version 2. But it is the brainchild of the leadership, between the CTO and CEO, and I'm sure he had others that wanted to do it better. And they have built a better machine. And that's why Camhirst considers their 3D CP robot the best in the world. So you can get a better picture of it right here. And there are 2 extruders or places where the cement comes out. No other 3D CP robot that we know of has done that. There are a lot of companies out there that's doing something similar, and that's awesome. I think Camhirst applauds them and says, hey, we learned a lot from you, but we took that information and we made it better, right? And so now, so instead of building walls on the outside and then having to reconfigure and do it on the inside, they can do inside and outside. Program the computer to do the job that it's built to do and do it more efficiently. And so when we say, 48 to 72 hours for a small or 250 square meter home, then you understand why that time frame is so short, is because we have excelled in developing a much better robotics machine. This is pretty amazing. So you definitely want to keep that in mind while you're having conversations with others. Now, why is most of the ambassadors, why are we so passionate? Why are we so confident? Why would somebody go out and actually create a whole new office in a very short period of time? Well, one, because we know where this is going, right? And that's why we take the time to come out and present this every single day. The PR campaign that the CEO and the leadership put together has pushed this out to over 300 outlets worldwide. You're talking articles, you're talking press releases, from financial, websites to paper, to blogs, wherever the information could be put out, the information is being put out. You're talking Business Insider of Africa, you're talking Yahoo Finance, which basically everybody gets, Market Insider, Financial Post, everywhere. If you search Camhirst, you will see that this is flooding the market so that everybody knows Camhirst is coming. Camhirst will be a household name. Camhirst will be the construction name of choice when it comes to 3D printing. So how does Camhirst generate profit? And I know you're probably sitting there saying, Rashid, I like that. That sounds great. But what's in it for me? All right, well, let me break that down for you, because this is really the easiest part. It's very straightforward, but there's no fluff. There's no gray area. This is a traditional business at its core that has taken traditional business and they have taken technology, advanced technology, and emerging technologies and disrupted the construction industry as well as the fintech behind the actual operation. So they've taken something traditional and they flipped it to make it easier for you to participate and earn from without having to sell a robot. You personally, me personally, we don't have to sell a robot. Now, it'd be nice to sell one because you'll see the benefit in that, but it's not required. We just need help with the financial side in order to make this happen. Now, sale of a CAM 300 3DCP robot. Robot sells for $250,000 or $275,000, right? With or without training. Each robot that's sold gets a profit of $90,000, and its average can go up or down, depending on training and without training. But let's say $90,000, that's the number we're working with. So what happens with that $90,000 profit? That $90,000 profit is distributed amongst the people that contribute to, from the financial side, contribute to the assembly and the shipment and the sale of that robot. Somebody has a purchase order already. We, as ambassadors, as community partners, we contribute financially, right, into the system to help move that process along. That's what we do, right? And that's why we're here today, is to give you all of this information so you know where you fit in and how you could earn profit from that process. Okay. Now I'm going to break that down a little bit more as we go, but there are joint ventures as well. If there's high-level investors out there, if there's people that, let's say you have $1 million and you want to invest, you want to, do a joint venture because you have a construction company. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can get involved. If there's reason that you want to just talk directly with the corporate office, with our head of strategic partnerships, there's so many ways. We don't limit how you can get involved and earn from this organization. Okay. So with that, I just wanted to give you a quick look at, you can become an investor or shareholder. You can purchase the Ultimate 3D concrete printing robot. Like I said, $250,000 or $275,000. You can become a business development manager, or you can become a brand ambassador. All of that is great. Hold on a second, please. Okay. All of that is great, but we want to make sure you understand. We are providing you with information and education. Nothing in this presentation constitutes legal advice. The individuals appearing in this presentation throughout the week, because we have presentations every single day, are not financial advisors and are not offering financial advice. The information shared is to create awareness only of the ecosystem and some of the projects in that ecosystem. Get back to the person that shared this project with you for more information, and always do your due diligence so that you can make the right decision for yourself. Let's talk about the business development manager and the brand ambassador a little bit. These are key positions that you can actually apply for and become. All the corporate partners, you come in, you purchase a package, you become a community partner because you're contributing to the process of selling that robot, and the profit coming back, and then you'll benefit from that. Now, if you want to take it a little bit further, there is some talk about changing the percentage. So don't take that, in stone right now. So that might be adjusted because the company is based on data. They look at the data. They say, is this feasible? Is this sustainable? Is this doable? And then we proceed in that way and respect that, because we know that this is a real business and we want it to be around for a long time. Therefore, if there's adjustments to be made, then hey, we will have that conversation and we will pass it on to everybody at the right time. But the information is still here. You will benefit, right, at this particular time, right, as a brand ambassador. What is a brand ambassador, you may ask? Well, brand ambassador is someone that, if you're already in the program, right, and I'll show you how to do that, and you create leads, and you bring those leads to the table, and you go ahead and close a deal where maybe that lead purchases a robot, maybe that lead becomes a country distributor, maybe that lead becomes a investor or a shareholder. Then let's say in that process, 10 robots are sold, then you are looking at earning, like I said, 4 to 5%, I believe. And so right now it's at 5%, but it could be 4 to 5%. So you're looking at 100 to $137,000 based on a 10 robot sale. Then you sell one robot. Investor can come in and put in $1 million. Country distributor, comes in at a level as well, and you're going to earn a percentage. So you will not be left out when you actually do the work and bring high level people that have the ability to purchase a robot or to invest at a high level $1 million and so on and so forth. So you're not left out there trying to figure out, well, okay, there's different ways that we can earn, but I want to know, if I do this little extra, is there something in it for me? Absolutely. The company is definitely fair like that. Now, let's say, for instance, there are leads that come in because every day somebody is maybe inquiring about the program, and the company, they put out all these press releases, these articles. There's a massive campaign. Therefore, people are reaching out to the company saying, hey, I'm interested. Let's say, for instance, you're in a location, somebody interested from that location comes and contacts Camhirst, and they say, hey, you know what? We've trained business development managers to handle part of this process. Of course, they're not going to leave you out there, but if you get a lead from the company, or within, or from generated from something that wasn't directly you doing it, then you will be able to earn from closing that deal because somebody assisted you with that, right? So you can look at it in different ways. If it's a brand ambassador, then you're pretty much doing that whole process, and you're going to benefit from it that way. If you're a business development manager, maybe you're assisting with that process. Therefore, there's a certain percentage for that as well. So you're going to earn either way. Now, this may become 4%, and the other one may become 4%, which is fair all around, because both, there are always entities working together to help somebody that's interested in Camhirst benefit. And so just keep a lookout for that. There may be some adjustments to the percentages, but at the end of the day, you will benefit outside of the primary compensation plan, right? If you bring people that purchase the robots or become country distributors or direct investors into the organization. Now, the newest, the latest, the greatest of Camhirst technology deliverables. Fraction 3D. Yes, you're scratching your head. What does that mean? This is one of the most powerful smart contracts in the market. You get fractional ownership opportunities with Camhirst robots. Yes, you do. As we said, you could build a small house, 48 to 72 hours. With the fractional 3D, we're talking about earning rental income from house building robots every single day, right? So just to give you an idea of what the compensation looks like, because this right here serves a few purposes, but I want to preface this real quick so you understand the numbers. This is revenue generated. So when somebody says, oh my gosh, I see the comp plan, man, that's paying out really, really good, up to X%, which I'll show you on the next couple of slides. You may be thinking, how can they pay out so much, right? There are people out there that really, really understand compensation plans and dig into them sometimes a little too much, but we want to make sure you understand the numbers before we get to that point, so you'll understand how that works hand in hand. A robot is leased for $5,000 a day. And as Adam has said on many occasions, there's many people that want to utilize the robot, maybe do a joint venture with the robots, build some houses and rent those out, right? At a point, I think it's a year after it's been rented out, then obviously that robot can be sold, obviously for, whatever price it is. And that revenue generated comes back into the pot as well, right? So there's more money coming back into the pot for those that contribute financially to this process. Now, $5,000 per week is the rental cost per day. Rental cost per week is $35,000. And so over a 6-month period, you're looking at $840,000 revenue generated just from one robot lease. Okay. So if you see this information that says you can purchase a package for $100, you can purchase a package for $250, you can purchase a package for $500, you can purchase a package up to $100,000, right? So $100,000 package, and it goes for 200%, which is basically doubling your money in 6 months. So 6 months is calculated at 168 days. You can work out the numbers, you can put some weekends, take the weekends out, whatever you want to do, but it's still going to double in 6 months. So let's ask the question. If I put in 100,000 and that doubles in 6 months, then I'm due 200,000 at the end of 6 months, because my principal 100,000, my return or profit is 100,000. So that's 200,000 that I'm going to get back. How much does one robot generate in 6 months? The revenue generated is 840,000. Okay. You are due 200,000. Can they afford to make that happen for you? Absolutely. Okay. So these are some of the places that you can start. You can purchase a package. I wanted to get the actual screenshot from the site, so when you log in and you register, you'll see exactly what you see here. And that was the reason why I took that screenshot, so that you'll say, okay, I'm in the right place, right? So I wanted to do that to make sure you see that information. And when you go in and register and you get ready to purchase a package, you'll say, oh, okay, I'm familiar with this, right? So that's why I wanted to take that screenshot for you directly from the Fractional 3D site. Okay. Now, leaders out there, you want to know, how do you get paid? How do we make money? Got direct bonuses, indirect bonuses, matching bonuses, and we do have differentials. So I'm not going to go into this like really deep. That's for a training session. But what I want to do is highlight that this is one of the most powerful things you'll ever see, right? So what we have is status levels. So if you're a leader out there, if you want to take care of your community, if you've been involved in programs, or if you just really like to help people, this is the place to be. And I want you to listen for a few seconds, right? Status levels. This is not network marketing. This is status levels. This is a comp plan, a hybrid plan that makes sure that you always earn on your efforts. So you have a status plan that says, look, if I am a status 1, that means I decided to come in and try it out. You didn't put any money in, but you know a few people that could benefit from this program, right? We know how to, believe me, transparency. We know people out there have been burned. We know people may have spent all their money, or they just may have spent money and they just don't really want to put any money out right now. They just want to try it out. They want to see if it works. Okay, great. Well, the CEO says, no problem. You can come in for free. Yes, free, meaning you don't have to pay anything. But you can't get paid if you don't pay anything and don't bring any money into the program. So you gotta, you gotta kind of look at it both ways. So, but you can come in and try it out. And that's the way I look at it, is you're just trying it out to see if it works. So you have team members that say, okay, I'll put $100 in, or I'll put 200, or I'll put 500, 5,000, whatever it is, right? You didn't put anything personally. So you're status 1. Your status 1 says that a direct bonus, you're going to make 5% of everything that comes under you while you're a status 1. Okay. So that happens. $500, boom, you get 5%. You're like, wow, this works. Then a few other people jump in. Now, let's say you're at status 2, because now you have $1,000 of volume. You still haven't put anything in yet, but you're earning direct bonuses because you invited people that have money to the program. Now you're going to make 10% on the next round. So when somebody comes after you have 1,000 in volume, somebody comes along and they deposit $1,000, 2,000, 5,000, whatever it is, you're going to earn 10% of that instead of 5%. Now you're making 10%. So I think you understand how this works. As you can tell, as long as you have the directs required and you have the volume to $4 million in volume, you may not have ever come out of your pocket, which I don't recommend, but it is possible for you to go from 0 all the way to status 10, earning 35% on any new deposits that come in under your referral link. It doesn't happen anywhere else. That is powerful. Now, let's say you are active and you see the reality of earning on your own. When you deposit your $5,000, that's added to the team volume. Wow, where's that happening? If you're selling lotions and potions, that does not happen. In 30 days into the program, they want you to do it again. You do 5,000 this month, you get a bonus. You do 0 next month, you lose your bonus. Well, guess what? Not here. You put 5,000 in, your team puts 5,000, continues to grow. You get to 25,000 in volume. Guess what happens? You're status 4. Now you're making 20% on everything that happens after that. When you actually directly invite someone, they make a deposit under your direct link, you're going to earn anywhere from 5 to 35% direct bonus to you on everything that happens under your link. Now, in addition to that, when your team steps up and that volume continues to grow, somebody's going to be a step 3, you're going to be a step 4, right? Status 4. You may go to status 5, and that person comes in, maybe a status 2. Guess what? If that person decides, hey, I need to go ahead and start building, and they bring people in, then there's differentials that you're going to earn between what they bring in. They're going to get their direct, you're going to get your direct, but you're going to get a differential between the two. That's what the differential bonus is. There's a spread between direct bonus and indirect bonus, right? So sometimes you can consider differential maybe an indirect bonus because it's not your direct, it's an indirect bonus. Anything beyond the person you sponsored is indirect, okay? So like I said, you can work through that and play with those numbers however you want to do it. But at the end of the day, that's how it works. You got direct bonus and indirect bonus. In addition to that, there is a 10% matching bonus on the commission earned by your directs from the direct bonus that they get and differential bonuses. Man, look, like I said, I'm not going to go into this too deep because we could spend a lot of time here and everybody will be saying, oh my gosh, and won't want to talk about anything else. Remember, the mission is clear. We are here because we really have a mission to solve the homeless and the housing crisis. All I ask you to do is get back with the person that invited you, get back with the person that informed you about this opportunity, and definitely let them know what you think. Let them know if this is something that you want to be part of, right? So look, I don't want to push it out too much further. We've been on for a while. I honor your time. I thank you for your time. I'm not sure if we have anyone on that wants to speak from the leadership side. I'm not here to take questions. That is something that we can definitely do at another time, but I just want to make sure you get the information, get with your leaders. If you have questions that you want to pass up, then we can definitely address that. All right. So I just want to give you an overview of the company, make sure that you get the right information, how you can get started, get with the person that invited you, go ahead and get started, and then you can see the system work for you, right? Let's start solving this homeless and housing crisis. Let's work closely with Camhirst 3DCP, the leadership, and really all of the community partners. We are here to make sure that you get the support you need so that we can all change the world. All right. Thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure. Yes, I will get the recording over to Saqib, and if he would like to get that passed out, then he can do that. All right. But yes, we'll do that. It'll take a little bit, but we'll get it done. All right. Hey, peace. Y'all take care. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. All right. Tomorrow, there's another presentation. So if you have some people on, if you checked it out today and you want to bring them on tomorrow to hear the presentation, then we have another speaker, amazing speakers that we have every single day. You know, it's an honor to even be in the presence and be in, you know, the same panel with these guys. Very, 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 very great presenters. So definitely check your calendar and get yourself back on tomorrow. All right. Hey, peace. I'll see you next Wednesday. Y'all take care. And it's always a pleasure.